Hey lovers, welcome back to my channel. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button at the bottom. And today we're talking about my first year in Dallas. Stay tuned. So I'm originally from Kansas City, Missouri. I lived in Seattle, Washington for 3.5 years. I moved to Dallas, Texas, April the 3rd, 2019. It was a trip. The journey was rough, but I'm still here and I'm blessed. And I'm so grateful that I decided to go ahead and step out on faith. So let's get into it. I was still under anxiety attacks. I was still enduring demonic attacks. And my mom and one of my close friends told me they thought it was just time for me to go. So before the anxiety attacks, before the demonic attacks, I still was trying to move to Dallas. I wanted to leave Seattle. I was in Seattle by myself. My sister had moved. She had left Seattle, so I was really by myself, like all the way by myself. So I just decided, all right, it's time to go. I stepped out on faith. This was not like the move from Kansas City to Seattle. With moving from Kansas City to Seattle, it was so much favor. God had blessed me exceedingly and abundantly moving to Seattle. I mean, He just opened doors when I moved to Seattle. So this move was a little bit different. I kept praying for months for God to give me a yes or a no. Maybe not yet. I really felt like there was no answer. So eventually I was just like, you know what? Forget the deadline that I gave myself. I resigned from my job. It was time to renew my lease. I didn't renew my lease at all. I decided to leave. One of my brothers from back in Kansas City, he flew out, but so he helped me move. He helped me with the move. I started selling stuff on Facebook Market. I started donating clothes. I started donating stuff to people. I mean, it was somebody at my door every day picking up something, picking up some item. So I decided to leave. I still had a lot of anxiety. I was still having anxiety attacks, and I just couldn't do it. So I flew out. April the 3rd, 2019, me and my big brother flew out, and it wasn't as easy as it seemed, but I stepped out on faith. So I got here, I got to see all my friends from Kansas City. I enjoyed the time. Just like my mom said, I hit the pavement and ran. I was looking for a new job. I didn't try to get a job before I left. I just decided I'm going to step out on faith. It's going to work in my favor. I didn't care. I was stepping out on faith. I felt like, look, God, faith without works is dead. We gonna see what's up. And that's exactly what I did. So, first month was cool. I had a lot of interviews. And I still was not getting hired for any jobs. I was at every job fair. I was at every interview. And for some reason, I still couldn't get a job. And I was battling my other job for some situations with trying to resign. They would not let me resign. Craziest thing. Usually jobs are trying to be like, okay, farewell, sayonara, we'll replace you. My job fought me so hard to resign. They kept saying she didn't resign, she's on medical leave. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not on medical leave. I am not coming back to Seattle, Washington. No, not at all. Okay? And they finally, after fighting with them, they finally would let me go. They didn't fire me, but they finally accepted my resignation. Praise God. Okay, so after that happened, I would say like it was May the 5th, 2019. That was the first issue. Second issue happened on May the 5th, 2019. I broke the wire that was in place in my knee in 2015 from a prior surgery. I had a double knee surgery, a bilateral knee muscle reconstruction surgery. I was just now getting my footing. I had went through multiple rounds of physical therapy, but you couldn't tell me nothing. Your girl, I did not sit down in Dallas, Texas. I was on the go from 6 a.m. to night, looking for a job, trying to socialize with people I haven't seen since Kansas City. I was on the go, but it just seems like God had to sit me down because I was still dealing with anxiety. I was still dealing with the demonic attacks. I still couldn't sleep. I was so fearful. I jumped at every little like thunder and lightning. So the wire in my knee broke. So I had no choice but to sit down. So during that time, I had to really just get in my word, study the word, stand on God's promises, just believe that it was going to work out. And it was rough. I sat down for like 2 months. I broke the wire in my knee, my right knee, May 2019. I didn't have surgery till July the 8th, 2019. But baby, the day of surgery, I still was not sitting down. After I got out of surgery, the anesthesia wore off, I was up and at it. Because I was staying with my mom at the time temporarily. I was up and at it. You can't sit me down. I've been through way too much. Every time I get the opportunity, I'm going to be up and rolling. So I enjoyed the time in Dallas at first. I was still a little stressed because I couldn't find a job. So I would get a temp job. I would get laid off out of nowhere. Then let's fast forward through the summer. The summer was okay. I wanted to do so much, but I felt like I couldn't do everything I wanted to do because I could not find a permanent position. So September 2019, September the 3rd, 2019, I started working for a temp service through another company, and I kept trying to get hired on, and I could not get hired on for some reason. I was praying, I was asking God. In the middle of that, I was trying to get this car. I was trying to rebuild myself like I was living in Seattle. Every time I would go ask God for something, all I heard was the Holy Spirit say, be still. Be still and know that I am God. I'm like, really, God? Like, Abba, your girl is trying to get settled, okay? She got goals. She got dreams. She got desires. And I can't just be sitting down like, what else do you want me to do? I don't get it. Still didn't understand. My roommate, I ended up moving in with someone that asked me to stay with them, so I was roommates with someone. And she was just like, I don't think it's a good idea for you to get that car. Your job is temporary. And I was just like, I got approved for the car. And I was still nervous about it. And I just kept saying, I'm not getting an answer. God's not giving me an answer. Yes, he was. He kept telling me, be still. Be still and know that I am God. He said that for months, that I cannot lie. I felt frustrated. Like, God, I need this car. It's going to take me to the next level. It's going to open doors that I'm trying to get to. It's going to make availability so I can get to the jobs that I can't get to on the train, on the DART, or anything like that. Or catch a ride or have my mom drop me off and pick me up. No, God, no, this ain't it. And God just kept saying, be still and know that I am God. So I felt a little nervous, and so I just went back to my desk, and I was just like, Lord, if this is not your will, block it. I got a call that same day. And it was like, well, we changed our mind. We decided not to approve you for the car. We know we approved you already, but we decided to not approve you for the car. You just moved to Dallas. You don't have a Dallas driver's license. You still have a Seattle's driver's license. And your job is temporary. Well, duh. Almost everybody's job is temporary. You got to get on your feet somehow. I knew it was God. I couldn't even fake the funk. It was God. So fast forward, I started hanging out with my roommate at the time, and I started to go to hang out with people from Kansas City on Sundays to watch the Chiefs game. So I was able to meet more people and just enjoy my time being here because it was rough. So let's fast forward. I'm laid off. I get laid off November the 1st, 2019. And I was a little stressed, and I was just like, God, I know who you are. You're a provider. You are Jehovah Jireh. You're my provider. I don't know how this is going to work. You know I got bills. You know I got responsibilities. You're going to make it work. I got approved for unemployment. Boom. Never stopped looking for a job. But there was another road in the block. A block in the road. November 19th, 2019. We went to watch the Chiefs game. Sorry, I almost said Royals. We went to watch the Chiefs game. And after we left the Chiefs game, it was like a premonition. It was just like the spirit of fear just came over me. I just kept saying, I felt like on the inside, like I just felt this feeling like I'm going to die. I've never felt this type of fear. I didn't know what was wrong. And then come to find out, I started having these gas pains towards the end of the night. Got back to the house thinking I'm trying everything to make the pain in my upper belly and my abdominal go away. Nothing works. Nothing. It's like I call my friend back in Seattle. We're talking about it. And she's like, well, I don't know, boo. If it doesn't get better, give it a couple of days. I was just like, nah, I'm going to give it a couple of hours because this is just not normal. Nothing is working. Nothing. So I tried to go to sleep. I think I fell asleep for like 20 minutes. Woke up. I knew it. Just like I knew it about that knee wire that broke. I just knew it. I said, something ain't right. I had already prayed. I tried everything. I tried walking back and forth. Nothing worked. I was just like, I can't move. The pain was from at the top of my stomach. It went down to my stomach, down to my hips. I could not move. I couldn't walk. I don't know how. It was nothing but God's strength and His grace. I ordered a lift. My roommate, I guess she didn't hear me knock on the door. I ordered a lift. I was throwing up the entire night. I couldn't hold anything down. I was in so much pain. I got to the emergency room. They got me back there. They ran like a CAT scan, and I was just in pain. They gave me morphine, and I just didn't know what was wrong. About that time, I started crying. I'm sitting in the hospital bed in the emergency room, boo-hoo crying, asking for more morphine. You're not even supposed to take morphine like that. The morphine, honey, the morphine wasn't working. Morphine was not doing anything. No medications was doing anything. Then I remember the physician came in and he was just like, yeah, so Lily, you have a bowel obstruction and your hernia, you're having problems with your hernia too. And I was just like, what is that? I didn't even know what that was. I was just like, what is that? Is it going to stop? I mean, what's going on? And they were just like, yeah, so we're just going to keep you here for a couple of days till the pain passes by. No. It had to be God, because as soon as that physician walked out, then the surgeon came in and he was just like, so you have an issue with your hernia, and he was saying you have a bowel obstruction too. He was like, so this is an emergency. What we're going to do is pull you into emergency surgery. I was like, wait, what? Emergency surgery? This is life-threatening. My life was on the line. I boo-hoo cried. I was crying. I was so scared. I called my sisters in Christ on video chat. They were praying for me. I was boo-hoo crying. I called my sister in Seattle because she had moved back to Seattle after I left. She moved back to Seattle. And I called her boo-hoo crying like, I don't know. This is what they said I had. This is an issue. My hernia. I think my bowels or my intestines went into my hernia. I have 2 hernias. And I had a bowel obstruction. So that means everything was blocking with the bowel obstruction. It was life or death. It was either emergency surgery or I was going to eventually die. My mom showed up to the emergency room. By the time she showed up, I couldn't take anything. Like, I was throwing up everything. I couldn't hold nothing down. By this time, I was crying. I was praying more. My mom had the little throw-up bag from the hospital just sitting on my chin. And I was throwing up my bowels. I remember she took the bottle that I brought from the house and she poured it out and she saw that it was bowels. And she was just like, it's time to pray, Lily. Because my life was on the line. Hours later, she was like, try to go to sleep when you are able to. Try to just doze off. I'm like, what am I dozing off for when I'm about to get put on anesthesia? So by this time, I knew it was serious. I just remember telling God, God, please meet me in the surgery room. God, please be with me in this surgery. Even though I had other surgeries before, I was never this fearful. Surgery was always fine. And I just heard the Holy Spirit like, Lily, I'm already there. I'm always with you. And so it brought a calmness and a peace. Surgery went fine. They were able to fix the hernias, unblock the bowel obstruction, no problems. And that was like a week before Thanksgiving. So, I think I'm a soldier. I think I'm a rider. So I was up and at it in a couple of days. Okay? Like, I wasn't about to miss the get together at my friend's house for Thanksgiving to see people I haven't seen in years. I was up, girl, cute at Thanksgiving. I was too cute. Thought I was too cute, still in pain, but I was still gonna be there. To God be the glory. So after all that happened, I was able to bounce back, get back on my feet. Great healing, great recovery. I found a permanent position. I had a dream before it happened that I was going to get a permanent job, long story short. And I knew that it was going to happen right around Christmas, or I was going to start my job right around Christmas. I started my new job, permanent position, prayers answered, everything worked out. I say about January, got in this car accident in a ride share program. I flew out the seat. Flew out, hit the back of the driver's chair, fell down, plopped on my knees. Both of my knees. The wire in my left knee cracked. I had to make the driver take me to the emergency room. I could laugh now. I couldn't move. My knee was just on fire. And the adrenaline was running so much that I didn't even cry at first. It took a long time after all the x-rays and everything. I was just sitting there like, I know I did not break this other wire. I know it. I broke the other wire. And I was still on the train every day, still walking. Knee brace, no knee brace. Ace bandage, no ace bandage. I was going back and forth to work. I didn't care. I made it back and forth to work every day. I had surgery. I just had surgery last month. It was a journey, an experience. So let's talk about the apartment. I moved into my new place in Dallas. I moved into my new place February the 15th. And because it was a new job, I didn't have as much money saved like I needed to have saved. So I was just like, okay, I just need the basics. God, I just need something to sleep on, a bathroom, some stuff for the bathroom, and stuff for the kitchen. And I was just like, God, I just need you to work this out. I mean, you showed out in Seattle. I just need a little help. This ain't going to be the same, but I just need a little help. Let me tell you, my friend had an extra couch. My friend had a mattress, so I just had to buy the box spring. My mom she took me to go get a whole bunch of stuff from her storage. Vacuum cleaner, dishes, pots and pans. Only thing I really bought was the stuff in the bathroom. Then I'm just like, wow. Was able to get the van, was able to get the van, had help moving in the little stuff I had. I was grateful. Then I was like, God, I want some bedroom furniture. I mean, I know you're not really concerned with certain stuff, but God, I know who you are, so I know if I ask, you're going to give it to me. So I was just like, I want a gold bedroom set. And as you can see, I have 3 pieces of the bedroom set. So I have the whole bedroom set. And it's gold. So my mom's cousin-in-law offered to give me furniture. She was like, yeah, so you can pick whatever color you want to get it painted. I was just like, huh? Gold. They sent me the swatches and everything, and I picked them out. And they gave me this beautiful gold bedroom set, and I'm just so excited. So it was very rough that first year. I second guessed a lot. I felt like my faith was tested. I doubted. I kept regretting. If I could do it all over again, I would say the one thing that I would do over again is I would have came with a job first. That was the only thing. I kept second guessing, and my friends was like, stop second guessing it. Either you're going to trust God or you're not. And God has been showing out, okay? Like, I have had so much peace and so much joy. I dance around my house. I worship. I made an area in my closet as a prayer closet. I spend time with God. I have so much peace and serenity. I have been through a lot in my 35 years. And 2019 was very hard for me. But now here I am, living in Dallas, Texas. So, if you want to do something, pray about it. Seek God about it. Seek His face. Wait for His answer, because it ain't got to be as rough as mine. yours can just be a walk in the park, but you got to seek his face. So I just feel like it's a testimony because God still opened up doors. He provided. Now I have my own place, working on my next goals. I've met some people. I'm only going up from here. Trust God, believe in God, and He shall provide. Stand on His word. Don't fret. Don't doubt. Don't worry. Don't turn around. If you move, don't even look backwards. Just keep looking forward. That's one thing that I learned from this was look forward because there's better, much better for you. So, God bless you. Just wanted to share that with you guys. Go ahead, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for my next video. God bless you.